Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be checking out the LEGO Star Wars UCS Death Star 2. This is like the original Death Star from 2005, and it was found in the original Star Wars Trilogy. This is official LEGO set 10143, consisting of a whopping 3,449 pieces. You can see the original box here. I also have the original instruction manual, which is massive, and what I really like about the original instruction manual is it says UCS Death Star. So yes, this actually is considered to be a UCS set or an Ultimate Collector's Series set. It's pretty funny when using this instruction manual, you can see how much table space it actually takes up, which made it a little bit strenuous on the building table when you are building it. But you can see the original box here, and the back of the box has some even better graphics of the UCS Death Star. It also has some information and shows a nice image of it there. And you can see its Imperial Super Laser 2 there, constructed using some trans yellow elements. And you can also see that this one comes with a little miniature Super Star Destroyer executor, in which is just sort of hovering around the exterior of this giant Death Star space station. It also has some more information, such as the size of the Death Star, which absolutely blew me away. It's 160 kilometers, and also has the crew information, weapons information, and defense information. Feel free to check that out by pausing this video. That information is also presented on the UCS plaque, which is on the base of the LEGO Death Star right here. All right, so this is the LEGO Star Wars Death Star. This is the Death Star that we all remember. You know, this is the one that the Millennium Falcon pulls up to and they're like, wow, that's no moon. This is the best representation done by LEGO of the Death Star, in my opinion. The other sets that were released, I think, in 2016 and after were just play sets. They came with a strenuous amount of minifigures, and a lot of different scenes were encapsulated. But this one here best captures the Death Star from an outside point of view. Right here we have our Super Laser 2, which is built using all those different trans yellow pieces, which is pretty neat. And what's pretty cool about the laser, and what I like about it, is that it shows some shadowing effect. You can see that it uses dark bluish gray elements at the top and also light bluish gray elements at the bottom. So I assume that is sort of representing a shadow, maybe of the faraway sun or star that is shedding light onto the planet in which the Death Star is about to destroy. So this thing looks pretty good, and it is definitely ball shaped, and they were able to achieve that shape by using so many different LEGO Technic elements and also plate elements that sort of came together to create this brilliant curvature that created the Death Star. So you can see the seams here of all the different panels in which cover the top of the Death Star, and this is the only portion of this Death Star in which is pretty much 100% complete. You can see it looks pretty good, because when we look at the panels actually underneath of those panels right there, we can see that this Death Star 2 is still under construction. I assume that Palpatine is probably on his way to get this thing back on schedule and get it fully operational, although it does seem like the Super Laser was working. But the panels under here, you can see right through the Death Star when you look at these panels here. And these are the panels that are still sort of under construction. You can see they are not complete, and it's like almost like a skeleton of a body for the Death Star. And when you look right inside there, you can actually see the Technic core, or the Technic display stand, in which all of these different panels sort of cling to and create the nice unique shape of the Death Star. The stand itself is pretty sturdy. It does move quite a bit. It is quite a fragile set, so I wouldn't really buy the set if you want to move it around a bunch, and I definitely wouldn't consider dropping it or breaking it, because it'll be an absolute nightmare to put together. Essentially, if you drop it, you are going to be starting from scratch. Now, this is the other portion of our Death Star right here. This is still under construction as well. From the movie point of view, so it represents a Death Star that is under construction. You can see this construction area here is built using lots of different dark bluish gray 1x2 bricks, and also various light bluish gray plates. So like 2x4, 2x6, 2x8, 2x10, I think even. And that is just representing the under construction areas of the Death Star. Now what's unique about this, well, not really unique, what's similar to this, to the above portion, is they're actually identical builds. So you essentially build two of the exact same thing, and it actually takes a big chunk out of the instruction manual. And then this clips into the Technic frame, and the Technic frame, or this is held onto the Technic frame by 4 different Lego Technic pins. And they're just the standard little black pins, and they just clip right into place. So technically this thing is actually fairly easy to take apart. I can actually just move these panels back very easily because they're on some hinges, and the hinges you can see all around the body or the belt of the Death Star. And once you move those panels out, you can literally just pull this whole thing out. And that's same with the large chunk underneath as well. So you could technically take this apart pretty easily. Like if you wanted to transport it safely from maybe house A to house B, I would probably wouldn't set it in a vehicle like this, because you can see it gets the shakes pretty good. But you could peel off some of these panels here, which, like I said, do come off fairly easy because they're on those hinge elements, and they do open right up, and you can just pull that right off. And that's the same with all of these panels. Then once you take the panels off, you could take off these deconstructed halves here and just pull them right out, because it's only held on by 4 Technic pins. But looking at this panel here, you can see how they've achieved that shape. They just use some Technic elements that have that slight curve, and then you put these plates on the exterior of it, or these plate builds, and it sort of gives it that rounded sort of Death Star feel. And then you clip them into place one at a time. So this one's sort of freestanding, whereas this one here is actually clipped into place into a pirate wheel, actually on the top there, a pirate steering wheel. You can see every other, so alternating, every other panel is clipped into place, and then the other ones just sort of rest on top of those just like that, and it looks pretty good. Now looking in there, you can see a really good angle of our, oops, there goes the super laser, of our Death Star interior, where we have the Technic frame. You can see the main Technic frame going straight upward there, some uprights using Technic elements, and then there's actually a big T that sort of sits in that frame. So there's a T inside of it, and then that's where the belt hooks onto it and goes around. But overall, it's pretty well built. This laser is a little bit finicky. I actually did add one element in which allowed us to affix it to the Death Star more strongly. I actually just added one 2x2 plate between this dish and the dishes in behind. I just think it'd give it a more firm grip so that this laser doesn't dislodge itself from the Death Star. So overall, I think this set here is an absolute showstopper, and it's a really nice showpiece for any Lego Star Wars collection. Unlike the other sets, which are more play sets with lots of different minifigures and classic scenes, this one here just looks like it demands attention when it sits on the shelf. It just looks absolutely incredible, and I'm happy to add it to my collection. Obviously, this set here came out in 2005, so you're not able to get it from the Lego group anymore. It is a retired Lego Star Wars set, so you'd have to buy it on eBay or Bricklink. You might even be able to part it out and buy it on a Bricklink using the wanted list feature on there. Not sure, I haven't dug into that, but I was able to pick it up on my local classifieds, and as you can see, it came with a pretty good condition box and also a mint condition instruction manual. So I was pretty happy to get it in the condition in which it is in right now. As for minifigs, it didn't come with any minifigs. Like I said, it's more of a showpiece, just sort of representing the Death Star itself. So no minifigs. It comes with the brilliant UCS plaque though, that goes over all the details of the Death Star. What's unique about this plaque here is it's actually not sitting on a large tile. It's sitting on 12 1x8 tiles, and I think I scored pretty good. The sticker element on those tiles is actually in pretty good shape. So do you guys like this set? I know I temporarily did not like it when I was building it on my 12-hour live stream, as we experienced a few setbacks as I was building it, but as soon as I wrapped up that stream there, I managed to fix the super laser and fix everything and get this thing fully operational. So yeah, let me know what you guys think by commenting below. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Stay tuned for some more great stuff coming up here on my YouTube channel, of course, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. I wanted to give a special shout out to all the people who supported me using Super Chat and Super Stickers during my live streams. Thank you so much, it's highly appreciated, and make sure you stay tuned for more live streams as I'll be building all of my LEGO sets using the live stream function here on YouTube. Thanks a lot, stay tuned, and we'll see you again. Bye for now.